We are going to get ourselves in match number 2. Don't forget, we want to hear what you're thinking at all times, so make sure you kick to Twitter and use the hashtag Valor Series to let us know who you feel is going to win, as well as how you're feeling about the broadcast. But with that, game number 2 between JungleBookSquad and Arctic Gaming is underway. Inviram, Sweej, all you.
Game number 2. Arctic Gaming needs to come back here in a big way to start things off, because I'm looking at this right now, and this is the draft to do it. I'm loving the way we're setting this up. You've got Lubu, you've got Wonder Woman, you've got heroes that excel in these positions, in these side lanes. I think as good a poke as Violet has, she's going to struggle here in this matchup. The Chognar is going to be a huge factor in this early game. They have to set up some of these kills, and more importantly, have to keep those carries alive.
Yeah, and Chognar is actually a little weak in early game. Violet too, and Zephy's gets really strong at level 4. So what they need to do, and that was this beautiful rotation there by the side of JungleBook there. 2-man rotation to bomb, taking the bird, which now puts Lubu at a disadvantage. However, there's a top lane push there against the Ahri, but see how mobile she is? She just jumps out to safety. So what Arctic needs to do this game, they have to win early. They have to invade the Zephyrs and shut them down, because they have such a strong combination. Preda is not that strong early as well, so they have a lot of weakness on the side of JungleBook that Arctic needs to basically exploit.
It's so interesting because we saw JungleBookSquad having the dominant early game in game number 1. The rotations were on point. They got ahead. They found picks. They took dragons. They did everything they needed to do, but now they come to game number 2 drafting a more late game focused composition. It's really interesting because maybe they just kind of felt scared after what happened in game number 1. They're like, whoa, we can't close down the late game. We kind of just got lucky there. We need to focus on that. But now maybe they're going to find themselves in a reverse position if Arctic may not be there. It's interesting, but they're still finding this early dragon here. Missile Dragon is going to go the way of JungleBookSquad, so at least they're keeping that early rotation solid.
Yeah, and you can see that, look at how they're team fighting. The perfect poke from the Violet. The Preda then zones the team out. You can't really dive the Violet. You have a Zephyrs there, a Chognar disengage, and that was a mistake by CO14 there. Bad play by him, trying to get a kill on Zephyrs because he's low. But look at how JungleBook, again, they're just winning the dragon side of the map. They rotated to 4-man, 2 dragon first, and was able to get map dominance and then steal that dragon away from Arctic Gaming.
This was not the bush, friend. That was not the place you wanted to be. And coming out now, JungleBookSquad once again finding that first blood here in game number 2. So I think a lot of this is going to come down to the Zephyrs here to help carry this team in the early game, try and convert some of these early game kills here as well. Because if this squad can do all right in the early game, or at least go even and then get ahead late, oh my, this composition is going to be hard to deal with. Zunk, he has to be the X factor for the side here of Arctic. His play has to be as consistent as it was in game number 1 if they have any chance here, because they are already down almost a 1K gold lead.
Yeah, and this, for Zunk, he's facing a tough one, because when he lassos in, right, and he uses his Brilliant Submission to stun them, you got a Chognar that can basically just negate those stuns and basically counter the Lumber and Wonder Woman combo there. So really good pick. I can see why they picked the Chognar, and Mowgli just needs to make sure he times those ultimate. That Chaos Protection is going to be key to winning a lot of these fights. Yeah,
I'm really watching for him here too. You know, the captain on this squad needs to step up his game here and trying to set up some picks here down low in the dragon side. Hardstruck is now in the middle of the enemy team, but the kills are starting to come out now beautifully. Now look at the damage though coming in there from Hardstruck. He is going to fall, but Skull King finds the kill. Nicely done.
Yeah, that is amazing plays by the side of again, JungleBook. That aggressive rotation, killing someone right next to their tower, that aggression is paying off for them. You know, they distracted bottom, and now they allow Ahri to get the top lane. So really, really nice play there by JungleBook to allow the focus from Arctic to the bottom and allow a free top tower taken.
Well, I mean, this is huge. I mean, we talk about Ahri needs to get that early game momentum, because if she's not allowed to sort of get that farm, get some comfort going in that build so that she's enabled to get these kills, like she's not super useful. So by drawing all this attention down to this dragon side, it was just sort of giving her all the opening that she needs to start this game. I think this is actually huge. JungleBookSquad, I feel more than anything, is playing the mental game just a little bit better. It feels like they're forcing Arctic Gaming to respond to them. They're never in a position where they're out of control.
Yeah, and look again, they're positioned, posture on Dragon, and they get the Dragon again. They stack the second Dragon. However, they're getting collapsed on 5v3 at this point here.
Yeah, Mowgli is not going to have that ult up to keep him alive once more, but Madeline is there. Look at the cleave damage coming out. 2 quick takedowns as well. Zunker's not as tanky as he was there in game number 1 is going to fall as well. That rotation coming in from Airy, that was so clutch. The team was in a rough position. All 5 members of Arctic were there. They found the initial pick, but then the return, the counter, the Dragon Jungle Book Squad. So solid.
You saw Skull King. He got 4 assists. He charged up a full Plague Spectre and hit 4 people. 4 people, their health bars got completely chunked. That was so much damage, and because he landed that, and beautiful use of the poison bomb there, pushing back Frika, can't get out and secure the kill. I mean, Skull King is playing extremely well right now.
Yeah, Skull King is definitely looking like a contender for that MVP position here for his team as well. And because he's just been, again, just super consistent, not necessarily making the flashiest play, but needing the play that the team needs in that moment. And again, whether it be control, whether it be that additional burst of damage, helping to zone the opposing squad, I think that's huge here. Kappa, though, someone we saw obviously in that Zill in game number 1, didn't have the most success in the early game, kind of able to find some picks in the mid to late game. But we're seeing the difference of his Ryoma versus the Ryoma in game number 1. Talk to us about sort of the difference in that play style.
Yeah, with this Ryoma, they're not able to abuse the early game of Ryoma. They needed to have some rotations, but what JungleBook did is they had 2-man rotations to counter the Ryoma and basically not allow him to abuse his early game lead. And also the side Arctic, they're not invading. They're not doing these 3 to 4-man jungle invades to catch off the opponent Zephy's trying to farm his own jungle. That's the things that they needed to do, and now as a result, they're not winning the early game, and JungleBook has a better late game composition. I mean, look at the amount of damage. Violet and Preda are just monsters late game. Ahri is getting ahead. Ahri has 3.9k over Wonder Woman. And because Ahri's ahead, she's going to be doing a lot of plays now, given her item lead and level lead.
And, you know, I was looking at this draft and I said, oh man, I'm actually liking this draft more for Arctic Gaming here. You know, they have more control in these soul lanes because they got the Ryoma, they got the Wonder Woman, but they just weren't able to convert anything with it here. I mean, Mowgli is going to go down here on the Dragon. Oh, I maybe spoke too soon as he's going to walk away. Oh no, look at the turn, the follow-up, the damage from Skull King is there, and Heartstruck is going in deep on the side of Arctic Gaming. Oh no, Mowgli, the god, debated. What was that play? JungleBook Squad's rotations are perfect.
Yeah, that was such a bait there. Mowgli actually overextended, but as a result, he was able to use the heal and survive just long enough for his team to come in and save the day. So that's going to result in more towers being taken down, and they're playing this objective game so well. Look at Ahri's level 11. That is so scary. If I'm a carry on the side of Arctic, and I'm facing an Ahri assassin that's 2 levels above me, that's really scary. So I'm excited to see when this Ahri's going to come up, but for now, Ahri's just kind of pushing her top lane, doing what she's doing, and pushing towers down.
JungleBook Squad is saying, guys, oh no! JungleBook Squad is saying, guys, we're in relegation, but that was an absolute fluke. We are a team that deserves to be here. They are pushing down every lane right now. They are running on all cylinders, skulking, ripping through minion waves, pushing it down, getting those picks. This whole crew is looking so incredibly solid right now. Game number 2, they realize we don't want to go to late game with this team. We just want to win, and they're going to look to do that right now, pushing it down to the core. And with that, I believe we are going to see GG here in game number 2. If they can take down the core, Oxy, keep hitting it. There we go. GG.